All right. Well, good morning. I'm hopeful if you're seeing this video that you watched my video from yesterday. Though I think a part of me hopes that this is your intro to me, because this is technically my intro video. Yesterday I posted out of obedience. For me, obedience in the spirit required that I post in real time because I felt convicted in not doing so for so long. So I'm Noah Love, and this is my channel. I am Noah Love. I am a entrepreneur. I am founder and CEO of Noah Love and Associates, a consulting firm based here in New York City with satellite offices in Los Angeles, California, Atlanta, Georgia, and Dania Beach, Florida. I guess some would refer to me as a serial entrepreneur. I also founded I Models NYC in 2016. Prior to that, I had founded I Management in 2012. Before that, dear God, there were so many variations of Noah Love and Associates. And I am also an author of Brand Therapy. I published in 2022 a piece of work that I am proud of. One, because it was something that I thought of doing for a while. It was also my way of affirming myself that I could write a book and publish a book. It didn't have to be perfect. It didn't have to be for everyone. It just needed to help someone. And I'm grateful that that small piece of faith has changed a few lives. Yeah, this YouTube channel, I think I've attempted it for so many years, trying to cultivate a space where I could be of service to people. I could be inspirational to people. And I think in working so hard at that, I think I perhaps got frustrated because then I began to overthink. I didn't think anyone cared to listen. I didn't think anyone cared what I had to say. I didn't think what I had to say was valuable. And I know that it's not true because I have some beautiful people in my life, and I've met some amazing people in my lifetime. And, you know, the way we share with each other, the things that they get to do, that I get to be a part of, the calls that I get, it's a nod that either I'm in the right place at the right time, that I've learned the lesson that I need to learn in order to share it, that people trust my insight. And I want to do more of that. I want to be more of that. But I also think there is something to be said about simply sharing an authentic experience. I am actively building my career. I don't think there's ever a point where we stop building if we genuinely believe in the vision that we have, because it's ever growing. Noah Love and Associates is something that I'm extremely proud of. The work that I've done with I Models NYC is something that I'm extremely proud of. And as I say that I'm proud of them both, they both bring out so many insecurities in myself, and I have so many insecurities in them because I believe that I can do better with them and for the people that directly come in contact with them. But this channel is more or less about my processing and understanding and sharing in my relationship with God, my relationship with business, my relationship with my family and my friends, and all of these things at 36 years old, being single in New York City, currently living in New York City with a home in Dania, Florida, which essentially establishes me, I guess, as a resident of Florida in a way, I guess. But more or less, making Florida home again, and not being ashamed or not being triggered by having multiple homes. Yeah. And so I wanted to, one, make this video because I am promising myself to at least post a video a day on YouTube. And as I get the hang of this, as I find my voice here, as I find my people here, I am intentional about cultivating a space, cultivating an experience that, one, allows you to exist in real time, but also get what you need, and not just surface level, not just the feel good stories, not just the motivation to go. While motivation is a beautiful thing and we're often all seeking it, quite often motivation shouldn't be the thing that drives us. Motivation should be the caveat in many ways. Motivation is a cherry on top. I think if you are a person with vision, if you are someone who strives to do good, be good, have more, do more, it's great to have motivation. But I think above anything else, it is about building and cultivating commitment and obedience and consistency and discipline. And I don't think we hear people talk enough about cultivating discipline or searching for discipline. And I say this because I struggle with it. I crave motivation like many of us do. And when the motivation is not there, the excuses pile up, the insecurities set in, the procrastination takes over. And I don't want any more of that in my life. I don't want to be in a space where when it's good, it's good, and when it's bad, it's bad. No, I want to experience all of it with a smile on my face. I want to experience the highs of my career and building my business and meeting new people, and that inspiring new movement. I think that's beautiful. I think that's wonderful. But I also want to enjoy the fact that running a business isn't easy, and it isn't always fun. It isn't always pleasurable, enjoyable. It's not always pretty, and people aren't going to understand it. There are going to be days where your friends are going to question your loyalty or commitment to them because you have to choose business first. There are going to be days, there are going to be moments when you miss family functions and friend outings, and major life happenings because there is vision, there is purpose on your life. And we don't talk about that often. People don't talk about that often when it comes to being on these platforms and being amazing at them. The sacrifice that it takes to be great, to be amazing, to be aesthetically pleasing, that's late nights, early mornings. That is tears while working out. That is writing when you don't feel like writing. That is creating YouTube content and then having to edit it while perhaps changing a diaper or reading a book, studying. It is working a 9 to 5 and then doing 5 to 8 a.m. It's all of these things, the sacrifices that we don't see from people that muddy the water, because we get the feel good stories. We get the surface level struggle. Oh, I'm exhausted. Content is so overwhelming. It's all overwhelming. Working at being a really good friend while building a business, it's overwhelming because I'm not doing great at either. I'm building a business, I'm self-employed, trying to take care of myself and take care of those around me. And it's challenging. Wanting to be a good friend and show up and be there for all the happenings and not financially being able to do so. It's overwhelming. Wanting to feel good about stepping away and resting, it's overwhelming, because to rest is to take time not pouring into the thing that is going to feed me tomorrow. Simultaneously aligning with the fact that my faith, my relationship with God, with Jesus himself, it requires that I take time from the business and from the people around me. And it's hard, it's overwhelming, it's scary. Greatness, I think, is something that we're all entitled to. And when I say entitled to, meaning it is for us, it is ours, it's right there. Are we willing to fight for it and push closer and closer to it every single day? Are we willing to grow and shed skin? Are we willing to change who we are? Are we willing to be uncomfortable for a moment? I've been so uncomfortable for so long. And I don't complain about it, not because it's not difficult, but because I chose this, and I chose this early on in my life. I knew I didn't want to be my parents. I didn't want to be my aunts and uncles. I didn't want to be my cousins. I knew who I was at a very young age. I had a vision of who I was at a very young age. And no matter what it took to get to be that person, I knew I needed to be him. And I was willing to pay the price. And I paid it. And I paid it over and over again. But when I hear people talk about the struggles of starting, the fears of starting, it breaks my heart, because the struggle and the fear isn't theirs. It is this idea that they're not going to measure up to what they've seen online, what they've heard, what they've read in books, because it's all sugar-coated. This isn't a space where I'm going to sugarcoat it. Living is hard. Doing good is hard. Being great is hard. Being joyful, being happy, being comfortable, it is hard work, but it is worth it. I watched my mother basically live off of the government. I watched my father struggle to build his business. I watched my grandparents, my aunt and uncles raise me and their children. I watched people dream with limits, and all because everyone else, external factors, shared limited resources, shared a limited POV, and never shared resources. Here, in my Substack, on my Instagram, in my book to come, on the podcast, my business, I don't want to just be an inspiration. I want to be a resource, a constant flowing resource. And that's where this goes. That's what this is. So if you stuck around for this, I pray that we get to connect in a multitude of ways. Follow, subscribe here. Follow me on all social media platforms if you choose to. Join the Substack. That is growing. That is something new, and it will be rolling out new features throughout the year. Some paid, some free, some community focused pieces, some cohorts. I want to create opportunity in as many ways as I can this year. And this is me holding myself accountable to just do it. And even if it's just one person that I engage with, if it's one person that I can get to understand the cost of greatness and accept the challenge, then I've done my job. If I can make one person, I won't say a millionaire, though thank you God for dropping that, and I've said it out loud, but if I can increase one person's profit by 6 figures, then great. If I can help a person start their blog, wonderful, or launch the podcast, beautiful, or take a vacation, splendid. Whatever it is, this is my means of being obedient and my means of contributing, and not just being a consumer of content, not just being a consumer, a taker, if you will. I intend to put out good things so that good people receive it and do more good things. So if you've gotten this far in the video, I thank you for watching. I thank you in advance for sharing and commenting and saving all of the things the algorithm requires. But more importantly, I thank you for showing up for yourself today. I thank you for believing in yourself today. I thank you for being vulnerable to know and to say that this is scary, this is difficult, this has been difficult, but I would much rather do the difficult thing than give up, because giving up is easy. Unaliving the dream is easy. Taking the easy route, it's easy. It's doable, it's sustainable. But does it do the thing that you need it to do? And perhaps doing the hard thing is scary because you may fail, but who said failing was bad? I don't believe in failure. As an entrepreneur, as a business owner, I have R&Ds, and I want you to remember this, as I've taught a few of my mentees. The moment you enter into entrepreneurship, you no longer have failures. You have R&Ds. R&Ds are research and development. Every time you attempt something and it doesn't go right, it doesn't go correctly, it doesn't go as planned, that is research and development. You are gaining data and you are learning. Perspective is everything. So yeah, that's me on this Saturday, and I'm still getting over the flu. So forgive my appearance, forgive my voice. But yeah, I am Noah Love, and I am intentional on living with purpose, on purpose. I wish you well. Be great, be epic, be amazing. Love on somebody. Be the reason someone smiles today. I love you.